Well, we kind of gone and did it again. It's like finding a stray dog, you know. I have no choice, but when I see something like this, I kind of got to grab it. This looks like, what is it? It's a 19, I'm looking, it's 679 pounds. It's an 83, 1183, so that's an 84 Honda 200 ES. So it's got reverse, low and high. So it's been sitting for 3 or 4 years, the fella told me, good friend of mine. And but it was running when he parked it. And we just pulled it out. And we're gonna just try to see what's going on here with this, see if we can get it going. I mean, they're pretty hard to kill, these things. But the front tire is seized. The back tires roll. It came with this key, which is pretty good. Hard to find keys. Luckily, he had that stored away. And check this out. This is probably one of the coolest things that came with it. This was just sitting underneath an old tree with all this moss growing on it. And this helmet was sitting right there like that. Check out that helmet. Isn't that cool? I think I'm just gonna spray lacquer it just like that, just to, I think there might be some acorns in there. So we'll take a good look at it. The back 2 tires were flat, the front one was good. We put air in them. This one's losing air. It's all good. It's got the key. Chokes something, I don't know, it moves. Doesn't mean it works. Throttle works. Brakes are, front brake works. So it's probably the bearings that are seized. That one doesn't. Switches work. Key on works. Ooh, that's tight. This gas cap is, sometimes they just sort of rust and seize right on there, so that's probably what happened. There's gas in it, which, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, but it's not leaked out, so it's not rusted right through if it's rust in there, right? This is the first thing I did. Turns over, that's good. It runs through all the gears. The only thing that doesn't work, or that sees, when kind of they usually do, is the high-low reverse. So, you know, I'm just gonna bog some penetrating oil to that and see what happens. Of course, the fenders are busted and repaired like most of them are. Look at this. Check out this rack. This is the same rack that's on the Honda 300 4Trucks that I have. Actually, this one's in better shape than the one on my other one. Let's see what's in here. I always like looking in here. See what's going on. See what people are into. Hey, what's this? Got some oil. Oh, got a plug wrench. It's got this old shirt or whatever. Ooh, got another screwdriver. Okay, so, oh, got a flathead screwdriver. We can use that. He's gonna watch this video. He's not getting any of this stuff back. You can't have this back. Your snap-on you left in there, you're not getting that back. But when I'm looking at this, there's lots of plugs. Find lots of plugs, what does that mean? Yeah, lots of plugs. It means somebody's going through plugs. So we're gonna have to take a look at that and see what that's all about. Oh, these lots of little tools in here. It's not the factory kit, I'm kind of disappointed. No, I'm not, it's all good. More plugs. More plugs. All those. Oil. Let's see if there's any oil in it. Stay there, Kai, I'll just pull the dipstick. Got oil in it. Yeah. That's good, that's a good sign. Now, I turned the key on. Obviously the neutral indicator isn't working. Where is it on this one? So many bikes, so many, oh, right there. Actually, this seat's pretty good. Filter, no airbox cover. I might have another one. Oh, lots of little things here. Now this has been 3 years. These batteries don't last very long in our winter. They freeze up all the time. You know what I'm gonna do? I brought this, or I brought the booster pack over just to see if she'll turn over. Sometimes I just like to but my neutral light didn't come on. No go. And I got lots of power in the pack. So one other thing you can do is, you know, maybe there's a wiring issue of some sort. You can take your positive here and you can just put it right on the starter itself. And then just ground it. And that's sort of telling me that it's not turning over, that maybe there's, that starter is seized. That's what it's telling me. Which is okay, because it pulls over, right? So, got my plug wrench all ready. Let's see if we got a spark. That tank's loose, that's handy. Check that thing out. I could have used this fancy little gizmo, but something tells me it's a little rusted up, that old snap-on that he left in there. Is there a mosquito on my back? Biting me? No? Okay. I mean, these are just, I don't know, I do this every time I get a new bike or new whatever. I just want to always see if there's a spark. Okay, so take a look at that plug there, Kai, and tell me if you see a spark. You see a spark?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna turn the key off. Do you still see a spark?
No.
Okay, that's good.
So that's
Well, yeah, so that's a good sign right now. So we're gonna leave this plug out, and we're gonna pull the gas tank off. I see that it's sort of flopping around here anyway. Is this petcock turn off? Okay. I can't even see where that is. Now, if this starts leaking everywhere, I want to have a backup plan. Everybody's like, where are your videos? We've been busy, but it's all good. All these boxes of, you should see how much stuff we have to rebuild that Honda 300 4-Tracks. It's gonna be awesome. Got some mother-in-law 30-inch tires to go on it. Okay, here we go. It's gonna leak all over me. Nope, that's good. I'll put that like that. That's good. You know what? This gas tank doesn't have any repairs in it. That's a bonus. Now, okay, so this is an aftermarket carb. You can see it's so a few years ago, whoever had this, they put an aftermarket carb on it because they didn't hook up the choke lever, and I can just tell by looking at that that's a Chinese carb, which, you know what, might be okay, still might work for us. I'm just gonna do one little thing here with this fancy screwdriver. I'm gonna drain the bowl. See. Is it gonna turn? Oh yeah. See if there's any old fuel in there. Oh, there is. That's a good sign too. It's not all dried out. Not good. It's a good sign. Here. Instead of draining that on the floor, drain that in here. Now, most people always just run, you know, like low tests, or what do you call it, like 80, 87, or that's aviation gas, 87 octane or whatever. So it contains ethanol, and usually the carbs take a bit of a beating on the inside there. But I just want to see if we can get her to fire. That's my first thing. Pop the can, this gas cap off. It was seized on there pretty good. Look at it. A little rusty. I think I have some old good ones laying around. Just gonna shake some of that rust out of there. Oh yeah. Hello. That's pretty normal, but at least it's not leaking, right, Guy? Yeah. That's a good. It's a good start. Now, what I'm gonna do is, we're just gonna throw gas down the carb and see if we can get it to turn over. I might have a spare tank somewhere. I don't know if it's here or at the house. So what I'm probably gonna do is take that really small gravel that's just out there in the yard, wash it out, put a bunch in there, fill it full of water, and shake the heck out of it. Maybe some soap. Shake the heck out of it. And that sort of tears out all that rust. It just sort of bead blasts it a little bit, rock blasts it. And then I'll take it out, because it's a good hot summer day, and we'll just let it sit outside and dry out. That'll clean that up. But let's see if we can't get this thing to spark. To spark and fire. I'll put just a little down the plug hole. Sometimes these don't start so easy with it down the plug hole. They like it more in through the carb. So I'm just gonna put a little bit there and I'll pull it over anyway. What the heck? Keys on. Oh, you hear that? No problemo. All I did was I just put a little bit of gas in here. It's how we start the Alans in the winter when they sat for a while. Just put a little hole in there to squeeze it in. So, all we need to do now is get the gas tank squared out, Kai. Let's go home and we'll tear through the shed, get the gas tank. And we should be good to go. And then we got to deal with this seized up front end. I think I have a set of bearings for that. Let's take that apart. That's next. Stay tuned, everybody. More coming. Okay, bud.